Well, hello. I want to talk to you today about the Aurora style gemstone pen. I got the one in the rose finish. Bought this pen kind of on impulse because it was an attractive pen. I don't know, I look at it and I think 1960s, 1970s, something about that design just doesn't seem modern, but I like it. So I bought it. Now, this is my first Aurora pen. I've never used a pen by this manufacturer. I have used one or two ink samples from this manufacturer, but I don't remember them. So I know nothing about the Aurora pens or inks. So this is all new to me, although I have been using this pen for a while now because I bought it some time ago. So I'll show you some of the good and some of the bad about this pen. So as you can see here in my... Did you hear that? So as you can see here in my writing sample, I'm using an Australian ink, Blackstone Daintree Green. I bought the broad nib. Now one of my pen pals said this did not look like a broad nib, but I'm thinking it looks pretty broad here. Not a lot of flex to this nib. There is some line variation, but it doesn't really come from flexing it. It just comes from the shape of the nib. It does lay down a fair amount of ink, as you can see with the smear test. Whoop! Yeah, that's a decent amount of ink. Wetness and flow, no trouble. Just flow away, a little buttercup. And then the reverse writing. Usually it's very thin and scratchy. This pen, it is not. This pen could almost pass as a broad on its reverse, and it's not that scratchy. Now I will point out that when I do write with this pen, I'm about to do my writing sample, I find that it can be scratchy. You really have to aim this pen just right. There's I guess in the pen world they call it a sweet spot. It's a pretty narrow one. So I have to be careful of that when I'm using this pen. But overall, nice pen. So I'll tell you a little bit of some of the good, bad, and the ugly about this pen. Good is its appearance. The good is that it writes decently well. I like how the ink looks on the page. So what I don't like, the biggest single thing is this pen does not come with a converter. Now luckily I had a converter floating around the house that fit it, and it's a standard international converter, so it's not like a platinum pen where, surprise, and then you have to go find a converter and wait. You know, this is a standard one. There's nothing I hate about this pen. I think the biggest single thing I love is its appearance rather than its writing. The writing is good, but it's nothing exceptional. So yeah, this is a pen worth checking. So compared to a Noodler's Conrad, capped, it is probably 1/4 of an inch shorter. Uncapped, I don't know, 1/2 an inch shorter. And posted, we'll go with a 1/4 inch shorter. Maybe 1/2 an inch shorter, somewhere in that neighborhood. You'll see the measurements later. Now, would I buy this pen again? Well, that's a tough one. I do like how it looks, but if the only thing that really strikes me is the way it looks, so probably not. I mean, if I lose this pen, it's not one of those pens where I'll just go, oh well, but it's not one of those pens I'm going to spend hours missing and end up replacing. It's a good pen. It's a pen I'll probably use and carry with me, but not a pen that's going to be part of my regular everyday carry. So I hope that was interesting. I hope if you're interested in more reviews from a North Dakota perspective, subscribe below, and we'll talk to you later.